Today you're going to make a textured monogram wall hanging with clay. You're going to get a piece of air dry clay about this big, and you're going to use a texture plate to give your clay some texture. The texture plates have two sides, and you want to make sure you have the bumpy side up. You're going to place your clay on the texture that you like, and you're going to start squishing it down all around. So notice how I have my hand in a fist, and I am squishing my clay down all over the place in all the different spots. I want to make sure my clay is an even thickness all around. You're going to squish it down so it kind of looks like a good cookie. And you want it to be about as thick as a cookie too, not too thin. All right, I think that looks good. So carefully peel it off the texture plate. It might seem like it's sticking a little bit, but it'll come off. And now the texture has transferred to my clay. So now you have your clay textured cookie. And just like a cookie, you're going to take a cookie cutter next, and you are going to press it into your clay. Press it hard like you do when you're making cookies. Pull it up carefully, and then you'll, again, carefully take away all the extra clay around your shape. Now with this extra clay, we're going to make our monogram. A monogram is the first letter of your name. So I'm going to make the letter A. You guys know me as Mrs. Celeste. My first name is Amanda. I'm Amanda Celeste. So I am going to make an A for my first name. Notice how I'm rolling the clay into long coils, and then I'm kind of taking them apart, taking pieces off of them to make sure that the parts of my letter fit onto my textured shape. So you can roll coils either on your placemat or just between your hands and assemble them into the parts that make up the first letter of your name. This is good practice to knowing your letters and knowing how to spell your name. So there's an A. Now before I stick the A to my shape, I need to do something a little silly. I'm going to dip this toothbrush in water, and I'm going to scrape the toothbrush very gently on my shape in the place where I want to put my letter. This is called scoring and slipping, and we'll learn a lot more about that as we work more with clay. It's going to help my letter stick to the shape. So once I've scraped with the toothbrush, I can now put my A on top of my star shape. And I'm just going to press it down and smooth it out a little bit so that it looks nice. The last thing that's going to happen is the teacher's going to come around, and she's going to poke 2 holes into your shape, and that's going to help it become a wall hanging later so we can display it on the wall.